Today we are going to do chapter Control and Coordination, class 10th, part A. Okay, so control and coordination means we have to control our body, our reflex actions, our all the motions of our body. Either it is voluntary or involuntary, and how they coordinate. If they are involuntary, then how they are working, we will do in detail. So in human being, it is taken place through nervous system and endocrine system that produces hormones. Now what are hormones, we will do in detail, and what are sense organs, as from earlier classes we are studying about 5 sense organs, that are eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. They are also known as receptors. So here please note down one question, that what do you mean by receptors? So receptors are sense organs. They are of 5 types. Phonoreceptor is present in inner ear. Photoreceptor, that is present in eyes. Thermoreceptor, that is present in skin. Olfactory receptor, that is present in nose. Then gustatory receptor, present in tongue. There are taste buds, so they have gustatory receptors. Okay, one more question is there. Name the response and coordination that take place in animals and plants. It involves sense organs, nervous system and hormones. So 3 things you have to learn is sense organs, nervous system and hormones. Okay, so what is nervous system? Nervous system consists of nerve fibers, nerve cells, which transmit impulses of the nerve between different parts of the body. Nervous system coordinates with the endocrine system to react according to physical response. Now, what is the functional unit of nervous system? That is neuron. You have to learn it by heart, as some students get confused with neuron along with nephron. Nephron is something, a structural unit that is present in your kidney, right? So what is the function of neuron? It receives and transmits electrical nerve impulses. It comprises of 3 things. You have to learn 3 things, that is cell body, dendrites and axon. So cell body consists of nucleus, granular cytoplasm called Nissls granules. Now dendrites, these are roots-like structure, several branched finger-like projections, transmits nerve impulse to cell body. Okay. Then you have a stick-like structure that you can see here. It arises from the cell body, and its cells are known as Schwann cells. Schwann cells, SCHWANN. Just note down its spellings. Space present between the cells is known as nodes of Ranvier. End of axon has bulb-like structure called synaptic knob. Now note down the diagram of neuron, and you have to draw it by heart. Practice it for 2-3 times. Okay. Now we will do parts of nervous system. Parts of nervous system, they are 2 types, central nervous system and peripheral nervous system, that is CNS and PNS. So what is CNS? It consists of brain and spinal cord, and sensory emotions take place here. Memories form here. I mean to say, whenever you remember something, it always memorized in central nervous system. It also controls the rate at which we breathe, our heart rate, our temperature of our body, and so many other things. And what is peripheral nervous system? PNS. It consists of everything except brain and spinal cord. That means all the nerves and everything that goes down in the spinal cord is a part of PNS. Now it is responsible for bringing information from all parts of the body to brain. Nerves of peripheral connect our nerve sense organs and all other organs, blood vessels, etc. to central nervous system. So they are part of nervous system, and they are interconnected also. Okay. Now we have 3 more things, that is brain, spinal cord, nerves, which we have to study in detail. Now what is brain? It controls all actions of the body. It receives the signals from the sensory organs, and it again comprises of 3 parts. So I must say that you should learn that everything is in 3-3-3, isn't it, in this nervous system. Now that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So forebrain, what is the function of forebrain? It helps to control and coordinate all voluntary function. So it is a thinking part of the brain. So in 1 marks you can get the question like, which is the thinking part of the brain? That is forebrain. Now midbrain. It is the mid portion of forebrain and hindbrain. It transmits signals from hindbrain and forebrain. It helps in controlling vision, hearing, temperature, etc. Now what is hindbrain? It controls and coordinates the heart rate, blood pressure, breathing, walking, sleeping, etc. Now we will do second thing, that is spinal cord. Thick nerve located in the cavity of backbone. Upper end is connected to brain. It is connected to all parts of the body through nerves and controls all functions of body by transmitting informations received through the sensory organs to the brain. Okay, now the third is nerves. Nerves, they are again of 3 types: cranial nerves, spinal nerves, and visceral nerves. They connect brain and spinal cord to all parts of the body. Now cranial nerves connect all parts of head to brain. Head to brain is cranial. Spinal nerves connects all parts of body to spinal cord, and visceral nerves connect spinal cord to internal organs. Now, what is the main function of nervous system? The main function of nervous system is conduction and transmission of nerve impulse. What do you mean by nerve impulse? The information that is carried in the form of nerve impulse means electrical, chemical or mechanical disturbance. It is known as stimulus or nerve impulse. So, they are conducted by neurotransmitters. Just note it down, neurotransmitters. Now what is neuron? Again I'm telling you once more, a neuron is non-conducting. Its membrane is positive on the outside and negative in the inside. It is thus said to be polarized. Okay. Now what is reflex action? It includes all the actions that are not under the control of our will. That means these actions are voluntary. For example, sneezing, coughing, blinking of eyes, etc. Now what is reflex arc? The pathway is taken by nerve impulses in a reflex action. There are 2 types of reflex: spinal reflex and cerebral reflex. Now what is spinal reflex? That involve only spinal cord. Cerebral reflex, that involve only the brain. The sensory neurons transmit signals from the sensory organs to the relay neuron present in the spinal cord. These signals are sent back to the muscles through the motor neuron. The muscles attached to the sense organ move to the organ away from danger. Now I should ask you a question. What are endocrine glands? They are ductless glands that secrete chemicals directly into the bloodstream. What are these chemicals? Of course, hormones. So, what are hormones? They are chemical substances that are produced in the endocrine system and are responsible for passing signals or messages to different parts of a body as a result of an occurrence in the body, which results in different parts reacting differently to the message from hormones. The cells who react to hormones are called target cells. There are approximately 20 major hormones in animals that are released by endocrine glands, and we don't need to do all the 20 major hormones. We will do just 10 to 12 only in this 10th session. Okay, so functions of hormones is to ensure proper growth, make sure about the reproduction happens at the right time. And what about the hormones? They are: thyroid secretes 2 hormones, thyroxine, that is in short we can say T4, and thyronine, that is T3, and it affects our metabolism. Now second is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is present in brain just behind the pituitary gland. It regulates body temperature, controls sleep, hunger, thirst, emotions, sexual behavior and reproduction. Now pituitary gland, it's very small in size and just a pea sized, and it is again present in your mind. heart, I mean brain, and it is known as master gland. It controls all the other endocrine glands too to coordinate. That's why it is known as master gland. There are certain secretions that you will do in detail, and I'm just telling you the short forms: GH, growth hormone; TSH, LH, MSH, etc. You can write it in capital forms. Now, third one is thyroid gland, largest endocrine gland, and its shape is butterfly. Okay, it is present in it is present in thyroid and your thyroid, and then it produces thyroxine that controls metabolic rate, bone growth, development of brain, and iodine is very important for thyroxine. Now, what is parathyroid gland? It produces parathormone, and it regulates calcium and phosphorus level in bone. Then is pineal gland. It produces melatonin that regulates the sleep patterns. Then there is adrenal gland. It is located on top of kidneys. Its product is adrenaline and cortisol and aldosterone. So there are three secretions: adrenaline, cortisol, and aldosterone. It controls stress, blood sugar level, you can say. Okay, then pancreas secrete two hormones, insulin and glucagon. Both work together to maintain glucose level in blood. Then testes, that is present in males, produce testosterone that is responsible for secondary characteristics that can be shown in after puberty in males. And then last is ovaries, that is present in females, and it produces estrogen and progesterone. Again, the same function like that of ovaries, like that of testes, but that works in males and it works in females. I hope you must have understood and enjoyed this session. Now we will meet in B section. Okay, bye.